Hey HT family, next week we are going to be having our week of prayer. We're actually going to be joining with people all around the world, all around our nation in the run up to Pentecost as we seek God for a move across our city, across our nation, that many people would be coming to know him. That's a really exciting week. And in the run up to that, I would like to invite everybody who's able at HT to consider joining me in fasting during this coming week as a way of strengthening our prayers, strengthening our spiritual life, and really committing to seeking God to move. So I'm going to be inviting everybody who's able to consider missing one meal each day and giving that time to prayer. So I'm going to be in preparation for that, releasing one video each morning this week, 5 videos and 5 reasons to be encouraged to fast. And so I'm just going to begin with the first one now. So 5 reasons to fast. First one, fasting deepens our dependency on God. Fasting deepens our dependency on God. There's a story in the Gospels where Jesus, full of the Spirit, we're told, just after he's baptized, goes into the wilderness, and we're told that he fasts for 40 days. And after that, he's hungry. And the devil comes to him and tempts him and says, if you're the Son of God, then turn these stones into bread. And he's being tempted to provide for himself. But Jesus responds to the devil, and he quotes from Deuteronomy, and he says, man shall not live by bread alone, but by every word that comes from the Father. And he is choosing to not just provide for himself, but to live in dependency on his Father. You know, most of us in the Western world are able to provide for our daily needs. We don't really think twice. I wonder when the last time was that you actually were hungry because you didn't have food. For many of us, that's not really a common thing. And so it's easy really to get into a mode where if we want something, then we just think that we can provide for that ourselves. But, you know, we need to grow in dependency in God. I know that when I fast, there's something about the primal feeling of being hungry that my body just screams at me, what are you doing? What are you doing? You've got this need. And very often these thoughts come into my head like, you know, do you really need to do this? You know, why are you doing this? Does prayer really work? You know, don't be stupid. And I have to respond to those feelings of need by telling myself, no, actually, I do think this is important. I do think that the provision I need actually comes from my Father, that it is worth fasting and praying. There's a deeper need. You know, as we look at our nation, we need a move of God. We don't just need more things that we can provide ourselves. You know, clever strategy, clever words, things like that. We need God himself to move. Everything we need comes from him. As we fast, as we enter that place of need, very physical, very visceral, we are focusing ourselves on our Father, the source of all good things, and the one whom we really need to act in our nation. And so by doing that, it focuses us on the one who really matters, and it deepens our dependency on him. So have a think, have a pray, and I'd love if you would join me in considering fasting next week as we seek God to be at work.